Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I sure did. Um, it's been a fulfilling past couple days. I have been blessed to be able to do a lot now that I have some time on my hands, and I take appreciation in that. I'm I thank the Lord that I'm able to do these things while I have the free time to do it, because it's helping me learn every single day. But before we get into the video, I want to start off with um, a special person in my life that I go to consistently. They offer a specific service that I appreciate, and that would be Marilyn from Thousand Oaks Barbershop. You see, Marilyn gets up at 6 a.m. She doesn't get up at 6 a.m. She gets to her barbershop at 6 a.m. To start cutting hair on a Saturday. She gets to the barbershop at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to cut hair. So I have appreciation for that, right? I'm able to get up early and get my haircut before anybody's up, so I can enjoy my day to the fullest, right? Enjoy a Saturday for what it is, because most of us who work, these 9 to 5 jobs, we value the time we have when we have it off. So I have an appreciation for Marilyn and what she does, and I ended up recording her giving me a haircut, and I hope to, get some maybe clientele her way, and also just tell the story of who Marilyn is. Marilyn's a sweet, wonderful person. She may seem a little. She's in her own way, right? She's just. We can take an appreciation that there's people that live life a certain way, and Marilyn's a business owner, right? She runs a business. We have to take that into account, right? So there's a lot of people that will try to tell Marilyn what to do, or a lot of people with their own opinions about what Marilyn thinks, right? And Marilyn hears them, but she also has to defend her opinion as well, right? She's a business owner, and she has to be confident in her own abilities and her own thinking to know that what she's doing is the right way. But the reason I recorded Marilyn giving me a haircut is because Marilyn was talking about how some people don't tip her at all, and if people do, they don't tip as much, right? They tip very small, and Maryland charges a below the market price, like extremely low. Like, I don't want to tell the price because I don't know if it would change after this or anything, but she charges a price that is affordable for the working man, for the common man, right? So on Saturday, hey, when we got there at 6 a.m., there was 5 people in front of me already at 6 a.m. So what does that tell you, right? That people value that Maryland's getting up at 6 a.m. or 5, getting there at 6 a.m. to get a haircut, right? And so I'm hoping to spread clientele her way. That way she gets more business through the door, because I appreciate Marilyn. I appreciate everything she does. The fact that she gets up that early to start cutting hair is amazing, honestly. There's a lot of barbers that are not even awake at that time, right? And so the first couple clips will be about Marilyn cutting my hair, and she'll have a little bit of her. She'll talk a little bit. I'll talk as well. And so I just want to put that in. If I have the spotlight, right, I want to spotlight the service worker, the everyday person, the necessity worker, right? We need barbers, because if we didn't, then our hair would grow long and ugly, and would look like cavemen, right? So we have an appreciation for her craft, and so take it with you with that, right? And we'll follow up once that portion of the video is done. Thank you.
A tornado. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Sign on in. Yeah. Nice. Well, how is your morning today?
Mine?
Yes.
Just getting started.
Yes. That's my favorite song. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. And when I tell you I live off my tip, I'm not lying to you.
I hope this video, someone looks at my hair and then like, hey, I like that hair. I want to go to Marilyn's Barbershop as well.
Yeah.
Thousand Oaks Barbershop.
Make it the best day ever.
I'm doing this for my mom because my mom needs help.
Your mom?
Yeah, so I'm trying to.
Who's your mom?
My mom? I don't know. My mama? Yeah. She's going through a lot right now, so I gotta do whatever I can to help her out.
What is she going through? Just when she
The plumbing in her house is going down. So and the lady that they're renting from doesn't want to help them out. So I told her I'm gonna. Yeah, I know, but
you stomp yourself in the foot when you think you know everything. Why'd you have to do that, sir? You stop yourself from learning, right, sir? Why'd you do that to yourself, sir? Why did you mistreat yourself? So for Pete's sake, I don't want to mistreat myself, right? How's that?
good to me.
Goody, goody.
Appreciate it, man.
Good.
Alrighty. Now, the second portion of this video is going to be actually a video review of Aliens Romulus. So we went to go see it. My father and my mother blessed us to go see the movie on Thursday night. So we saw Aliens Romulus. And my family and I are huge fans of the Aliens franchise. I am, specifically. I love Aliens. It's literally called Aliens. It's Alien, Aliens, and then Aliens 3, I think, or something like that. But it's the second movie of the franchise, right? And before we go into Aliens Romulus, I want to talk a little bit about Aliens, right? It's a ship of colonial marines go to a planet that's being terraformed by people, and I guess communication is lost on that planet. And so colonial marines are sent over there to investigate what's happening, right? And there's a specific line that I believe one of the leadership or commander in charge, one of the I don't know specifically his role in the movie. It's been a while, but there's a quote he says, and the movie starts where they come out of their cryopods, and they're asleep because they're traveling through space, right? So they have to be in these pods to be able to last that long, because in space, time is a lot longer than the human lives, right? To travel to one planet and another, you have to be in cryo sleep in order for you to be alive, right? Because it's like years to get to a different planet. And so in this specific scene, all the Marines are getting woken up by the lieutenant, or commander in charge. We'll just say that, right? And all the cryopods are opening up, and he's walking around and greeting everybody, and he has a cigar in his mouth. And there's a quote that he says, and I'm going to butcher it right now, but it's a quote that I love to wake up to and remember, because he has a positive mindset of life when he says these things, right? And I'm going to try to interpret it as best I can. But he says, another day in my beloved Corps. Day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal a banquet. Every paycheck a fortune. Right? And just having that perspective of life is, they're in space, but that's their job, is to be colonial Marines. And he has an appreciation for that, right? He appreciates the job that he has, and he loves it, right? I'm hoping to find out one day, right? And whether it be this creative journey that is my, job in life, I hope so. But I understand if, I have to go back to work, to a different job and work, right? I understand that. The different mindset is, I've started this, and I've loved what I've started so far. I'm going to continue with it, right? Regardless if I'm working a job that takes my time. What I have to do is I have to balance it all, right? If I want to be able to do this and have a job, when I work my 40 hours, those times where I want to go do something and relax, well, I'm going to have to put in the work, and that's okay, right? What I'm trying to teach here is consistency, and thus what success comes from consistency, right? The 2 years that job that I was working at, I was consistent. I worked there consistently for 2 years, and I was rewarded with blessings, right? And the importance of consistency is, you're going to have times in your life where you're going to feel sad, and you're going to feel angry, and you're going to feel like you don't want to work and you don't want to do things, right? You got to push through those things, right? Because no one cares. Let's just be honest, right? No one cares how you feel, right? And if you're the only one that's going to lead your life, you got to stop feeling sorry for yourself, right? Like, just with my situation I'm in, right? I have all the time in the world right now because I'm not working, right? And I could easily just waste this time and not do anything. Maybe play some video games, go, to a bar or something. You know what I'm saying? I could just use my time. Um, that wouldn't be as productive as right now. And so I'm trying to use this time using this, right? Because this is a refined skill, right? This is right now what I'm doing is beginner level, right? I'm a level one, right? I'm a level one. So by continually doing this, I'm going to refine my skills and improve. And I love that. I love that I get the journey that I can improve upon this, right? So, I do appreciate y'all watching this video, and I understand the quality might not be there and the editing might not be there, but I ask for your patience and I ask for your tolerance, that I will get to a level where it'll be way more enjoyable than it is now. And that being said, hey, we've reached 10 subscribers already. It's only been like a week or two, and we've had 10 subscribers. So that means there's 10 people in the world that potentially might watch this. I mean, that's amazing. We got to take consideration in that, right? When we take that into perspective, if I was to set 10 people something in one day, that's amazing, right? And it's just like this, right? I have 10 people's interest in this video, and that's a blessing and a privilege, right? When we compare it to higher numbers, such as like thousands and hundreds of thousands, right? It may not seem as important, but the fact that there's 10, if you put 10 people in a room and they're going to watch me, that's a blessing in itself. So just continuing off that, I thought Alien Romulus was good. Well, it was amazing. It reminded me of the original Aliens, and it reminded me of the Alien with Sigourney Weaver. So I really highly recommend it. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I do really just go watch it in theaters. I think you need to watch it in theaters. The beginning of the movie, people were talking, and then once the movie started, everyone was quiet because it just, had you on your chair watching it. And there's a great twist in the end, and I'm glad they went that route. And so I recommend you go watch it. Just spend spend some time on yourself, right? Go treat yourself and go watch it. And let me know what you think. Put in the comments, how'd you like Aliens Romulus? What do you think they can improve on? What didn't you like about it? And just let me know. I'd love to reply to y'all. And so this is the end of this portion. I got one more portion on here. And I want to talk about it. Might as well just talk about it right now. So I went to go see Suicide Boys this Saturday. And for some context, I don't really listen to Suicide Boys. I didn't even know who they were. I mean, I knew of them, but I didn't know who they were, right? And so, we got blessed to be able to go. And, I thought it'd be great for my creative mind to see how other artists provide their work, right? And it was an amazing experience. I got to see how many people. There's a lot of people that went, like a lot. There's a lot of people. Like the videos that you're going to see doesn't highlight how many people actually went. Like the line of people to get in was crazy. And I just want to give a shout out to the people, to the artists that were there, right? It wasn't just Suicide Boys. They have a lineup, right? It was Suicide Boys, and it started off with Shakewell 5'9", right? I've never heard of Shakewell 5'9", but he did an amazing job opening up, right? And it's hard to open up because you're literally the first act, right? People are barely getting there, and you have to get them in a mood and get them hyped. And it takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to do that. So shout out to Shakewell 5'9" for doing that. He started the whole concert amazingly through his performance and his hype. And then the next artist, I believe it was either Ecstasy or Harper. So we'll go ahead and just do Ecstasy first. It's a new wave, post-punk, indie rock, gothic, and punk rock. That's a mix of that, right? It was beautiful, man. I love the fact that there was a shift in the creative art of the music, right? It went from Shakewell 5'9" to Ecstasy. They did an amazing job. I loved it. Oh my, I can't wait to listen to more of their music. And I'm not sure if it's one person or if it's a band, but I had appreciation in that. And then the next one was Harper, and I think he's my personal favorite because his music is amazing. It helps my creative process, right? I love music, using these artists' music and making art through them, because it's an appreciation to what they do, right? They've given me thoughts that I can generate art with, right? And it's a nod to them as well, right? They have opened up everybody else's creative minds through their music, and we can take an appreciation for that. And I just want to give a shout out to Harper, man. You did an amazing job. And I just want to say, man, you're jacked, bro. Like I could see, I was all the way up there in the back, Once you took that shirt off, I was like, dang, bro, this guy is jacked, right? And with that, hey, he keeps his body well maintained so he can perform at a high level, right? And he's consistent in the gym to be able to perform at a high level, right? Because it takes a lot of courage and a lot of energy to be out there on that stage. So we got to give appreciation to it. Shout out Harper. I hope to listen to more of your music. Great music, right? And then it was Puya. Puya was the next one. Puya. Puya. Pouya. He was a great artist as well. I love his flow. His flow reminds me of the samurai sword, right? Because there's a portion of the way he raps and the flow of the music. It's like, right? And it's like the samurai sword, right? You got to be but there's a back noise. So shout out Puya, man. That was an amazing performance. I'm never gonna forget that, and I'm blessed that I was able to be there and witness him. And then the second before Suicide Boys was Denzel Curry. I mean, it's Denzel Curry. What do you expect? It's gonna be an amazing performance regardless, right? He put on his Ultimate song, right? It was one of the songs on there. Obviously, it's an amazing song. I love it still, and it gets me hyped in the gym when I'm working out. Shout out to Denzel Curry for that, man. And he was doing all this in a hoodie, like a hoodie and sweats. It was respect to that because it was hot in there. And hey, shout out Denzel Curry. Keep up the great work, man. I hope to watch y'all again another time, God willing, right? And yeah, let's just go based off the last one, Suicide Boys, right? Like I said, I hadn't really listened to their music that much. When I was departing from my job, when I was going through the thought process of leaving, my girlfriend had gave me a couple of their music, right? She put it on my playlist, and like I said, I was going through a lot in that time, and I thought about how different Suicide Boys were, right? If you don't know who they are, and if you only perceive them through their face value, right? If you just look at them for who they are, like if you were on the side of the street, and this is what my mom said too, is that they look pretty intimidating. Like they look a little scary to the someone who doesn't know of them, right? But they're the sweetest people I've ever artists on the stage, right? They were really sweet people, and with that, their music is amazing. I love the lyrics that they use. It's an appreciation of their art, right? They have, and I got their album right here. Ended up getting an album from the merch store. This was the hardest job of it, right? Just making sure no one bumped into me so it would break. But oh man, I'm so glad I got this. Shout out Suicide Boys, right? I also got one of these. Well, it's you can call it several different names. I call it a balaclava, right? That's the actual name, I believe. Should be the actual name. A balaclava, right? Or ski mask or whatever. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but something was telling me to get it. And so, yeah, look out for some art on the way with this mask on. Maybe I'll be wearing a suit and my samurai sword because I love doing that. It's pretty cool. But there was an important message towards the end of the song, concert, right? They performed one last song. Before that, they got real deep into their message, and my girlfriend was able to record it, and I want to share that with y'all, right? I didn't record most of the artists on stage just because I wanted to appreciate the moment that we were in, right? I personally, this is my opinion, right? I'm not gonna look back at that music. I'm not gonna look back at the recordings, right? Because I've never been the type of person to really look at that, like an album or a concert that I've been to. I've never really done that, right? So I wanted to appreciate it in the moment, and the message that they sent. They have the attention of the world, right? And if you perceive them at face value, you would think they would be teaching things of negative context, right? Like drugs, guns, addiction, all that, right? It's actually the opposite, right? They've went through all that. They did use all those things, right? But they used it because they were in pain, right? And we all relate to that. Some of us drink, and some of us smoke, and some of us do certain drugs that help us escape from reality, right? Thank God that they were able to get through that, right? And I encourage y'all to listen to the message at the end of the video, and just appreciate what they just said. And they're doing a great job, and they're directing the youth in a positive way, and I have appreciation for that. I tip my hat off to you, Suicide Boys. I tip my hat off to Denzel Curry, Puya, Harper, Shakewell 59, and Ecstasy. Man, y'all did a great job. And hopefully one of these days we can go back, maybe in a different city or state or something, and watch them. But I was so glad that we were so blessed to be able to watch them, because it helped me with my creative mindset and my creative thinking. So yeah, but that's gonna be it um, for today. And hey, it's been a long day, a long couple days. We were out in the heat for a while, and I'm pretty tired, as you can tell right now in the video. So I do apologize for that. But hey, keep y'all's heads up. And there's one last thing I want to talk about. This will be the title of the video. It's called "Be Tolerant with Others." Um, let me say that again. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Right. Be tolerant to others. Right. People act a certain way because there's reasons behind it. Right. Someone might act angry because maybe their car is about to break down, or maybe they haven't eaten breakfast, or maybe they're not hydrated. Right. We have to understand why people do certain things and live life a certain way, right? There's always reasonings behind the way they act. And so you have to be tolerant with them, right? You have to show others um, how kind you are, and you have to show them the goodness of God, and we're all here for each other, right? We're all here for each other. Why wouldn't we want to be kind to each other? I understand that, even on the highway, there's highways that'll speed and try to navigate through the traffic pretty meanly, right? If that's even a word. Pretty rudely, right? Cutting people off and all that stuff. I don't pay attention to that anymore. I always just take consideration. Maybe they, have to go somewhere, or maybe they don't understand the importance of patience yet, right? Because we live in a world where it feels like it's fast. It feels like we have to live a fast world. We really don't. I'm learning more so to be more patient on everything, right? When I'm at a light and there's a car that hasn't, maybe they're on their phone and they haven't um, seen the light turn green yet. I'd wait a couple seconds. I don't like honking, because I'm like that too. There's sometimes where I'm on my phone and I don't see the light turn green. So being tolerant with others, man. Once you show others that you show them love, and you show them kindness, and you show them empathy, you can establish great relationships with them. And I just encourage y'all to be more mindful of each other. I'm definitely learning how to do that, and I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. I was selfish for a long time, but that's the message I want to take away. And I want y'all to take away today is be tolerant with others, but strict with yourself, right? Others may do certain things that aren't improving their life, right? Doesn't mean we have to, right? We can show them through our examples and through our consistency that we can live a better life, not having to do certain things, right? The importance of going to the gym, right? I go to the gym not to, a portion of it is to look good, right? But the majority of it is just for performance, right? To have these conversations, to be in front of the camera and talk to y'all with confidence, right? I go to the gym because it gives me energy. I'm putting my body through rigorous training and, consistent fatigue, going into the sauna all the time so that I can perform like this, right? I can perform at a high level, right? Especially even at my job, to be able to function at my job and do what I do at that job, right? Because you want to be proud of being a hard worker, right? You want to be proud of providing and helping others, right? So I encourage you, hey, go to the gym. Shout out Renata. She went to the gym, or she's been going to the gym for an extended period of time now. She's been consistent with it, right? And you can definitely see it. And we got to take appreciation for that. So Renata, hey, shout out you. And I also want to give one more shout out to the first donation of the GoFundMe that I set up, right? I'm not going to say his name because it said he wanted to remain anonymous. We don't talk all the time. And we haven't talked for a while. But we have that type of relationship where we can go years without talking. And then once we see each other, it was like we never missed a day, right? So I just want to say, hey, I love you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for being the first. Speaks volumes of your character. And I wish you and your girlfriend the best. I hope to see you soon. And yeah, man, hey, let me just end this video with that, right? Hey, trust in God. He'll take care of you. That being said, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's weekend, whatever, for a couple hours we have. And hey, let's get ready to rock and roll and get through the work week, right? I may not be working at my job, but hey, I can still go do certain things that will improve my life, right? And one of the things is, I got to get this channel out there, right? I got to get this what I'm doing out, right? And I have to be unafraid to talk to people, right? Being tolerant with others, so they can be tolerant with me, right? And so I appreciate all y'all support. It would do wonders if y'all could like and subscribe, as well as share this post and turn on the notifications. Obviously the whatever YouTuber asks for. I do appreciate that. If you can't, hey, I understand. Right. With that being said, y'all enjoy y'all's night, and y'all have a good one.
In some very, very dark places in dark times. We know what it feels like to be addicted to drugs and feels like there's no end to it. We know what it feels like to be so fucking depressed, you don't even want to get out of bed, you don't want to brush your teeth, you don't want to take a shower. We know what it feels like to literally have a fucking gun pressed up against your head thinking, should I fucking pull this trigger right now? So, I don't know if you're in here tonight, but if you are in here tonight, I hope you hear me when I say this. If you feel like you're in a spot like that right now, and you feel like there's no hope, just know that me and him have been there. So when you look at us up here tonight, I hope that you see some hope for yourself also, that your life can get better. Please, whatever you do, you may be hanging on by a thread, hold on to that fucking thread as hard as you can. Hang on to life as hard as you can. Do not fucking give up. Do not give up. Do not give up. Don't give up. If me and this asshole, if me and this asshole can get sober and our lives can get better, then y'all's sure as fuck can too. Just know that. And listen, we didn't wake up one day and make up our minds and say, oh, hey, I think I'm gonna go get better today. It doesn't work like that. Can't fix something broken with something broken. So what we had to do, we had to finally go get help and allow people to help us out. And that is why we are still here today, standing in front of you guys. So, I don't care what you're going through, whether it's addiction, mental health, whatever it is, if you need help, please, for me and Ruby, please go get whatever help you need. Fuck what anyone thinks. Don't be afraid. I know that shit can be scary. Trust me, I know that shit can be scary. But just do it. I'm telling you, because you will find that life is worth living, even at the hardest moments and at the best moments. You will realize that life is worth living, okay? So, And if what I'm saying does not apply to you whatsoever, and your life is perfect, and you pop pills just fine, you smoke dope just fine, you fucking drink just fine, ignore everything I just said and keep doing whatever it is the fuck you doing, straight up. I tip my hat to you for being able to do it, because I can't. And to all our motherfucking haters out there. You pussy ass motherfuckers. I hope some of y'all are in here tonight, I really do. I just got one thing, I just got one thing to tell y'all, okay? You ready? You ready? If you're a hater, really, listen up, this is important.